Hello friends, I'm Akash, and welcome to your News of the Week for the week of July 9th to July 15th, 2023. I'm Akash Cody, and a hearty welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's take a look at our first story of the week. President Biden traveled to the 2023 NATO Summit in Vilnius, Lithuania this week in order to discuss the Russian invasion of Ukraine and also other major geopolitical events that have occurred throughout North America and Europe over the past year. At the summit, Biden praised the perseverance of the Lithuanian people during the Soviet era and compared it to the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian war. He stated that Russia was betting on NATO falling apart as a result of the invasion, and that, in fact, it only made the NATO alliance stronger. Aside from the war, Finland was welcomed as the newest member of NATO, having joined in April of this year. And Sweden and Ukraine had both launched bids to join NATO beforehand, and it was these bids that were also discussed during the summit as well, with the prevailing sentiment regarding Ukraine's status being that they could not join NATO until the Russian invasion of Ukraine was over. So, on his way back from Lithuania, President Biden made a stop in Finland for the U.S. Nordic Leaders Summit, where the war in Ukraine, Sweden's bid to join NATO, and climate change were all major issues. Let's take a look at our next story of the week. Hollywood actors have officially joined the 2023 writers' strike, creating one of the largest Hollywood strikes in history. The Writers Guild of America, which represents thousands of writers for film and TV shows all across America, launched a strike against film and TV companies on May 2nd, 2023, primarily regarding issues of low pay for streaming companies and the rise of AI as a tool that Hollywood companies could use to replace writers' jobs. The last time that a WGA had striked was in 2007 over general low pay for writers, and that strike lasted 3 months. This is the second month of the event. On July 14th, 2023, a bit more than 2 months after the WGA strike began, members of SAG-AFTRA, the union that represents over 100,000 actors and other Hollywood personalities, announced a strike in solidarity with the WGA for the same reasons. This is historic because the last time that Hollywood writers and Hollywood actors did striking at the same time was in 1960. And it's happening again now. And as of now, Hollywood companies are not budging on the demands of the WGA and SAG-AFTRA, so all we can do right now is hope that the negotiations will begin between these groups as soon as possible. So let's take a look at our last story of the week. The Prime Minister of the Netherlands, Mark Rutte, has announced his resignation from office as soon as a new government is established. The Dutch government coalition, led by Rutte's VVD party, collapsed on issues regarding the country's increasing levels of migration. Rutte became the Prime Minister of the Netherlands in 2010, and from then until now, there have been several governmental issues that have led to collapses in Rutte's governments. But despite each one, he and his party were still able to come out of it and stay in power. It seems that this time might be the last one for Rutte, though, because he's already resigned his position as leader of the VVD party. But things can change at any time given this volatile situation, especially between now and the snap elections in November of this year, which will hopefully determine Rutte's successor as Prime Minister of the Netherlands. And that is all of your News of the Week for the week of July 9th to July 15th, 2023. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon in another News of the Week.